So welcome to Sarah who's joining me live, and welcome to anybody joining on the recording. I'm going to turn my fan off because it's probably going to make a noise. Oh, it's very hot. So we have no air conditioning and my living room is about 30 degrees right now. So take it slow. If it's hot with you, take it slow. It's just movement in this heat. We're not used to it. So, you know, and don't listen to the no excuses rhetoric. It is an excuse. So just take it super slow, tune in with yourself, drink more water than usual and see how you get on. If you've got air conditioning, then lovely, well done. If you have any blocks, we need one block today. If you don't have a block, maybe a hardback book would be really good. We're going to work on a little bit of balance. So starting by standing tall, I want you just to think about not looking in the mirror or looking in anywhere that you can see yourself, and just notice if you yourself can imagine what it feels like to stand up really tall. So just sensing head over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, hips over the feet, and just notice how it feels. So generally my neck is a little bit forward, so I just really pay attention to tucking my chin, softening the shoulders down from my ears, really thinking about not flaring the ribs, but thinking about the ribs kind of softening down and in, that rib to hip connection, and just pressing into the ground, so creating that full body connection through the floor. And that's how we're going to start today. So just standing really tall, we're going to do some arm circles, but you're trying to keep that lovely softening down of the ribs. So rather than flaring the ribs, gonna inhale up, exhale all the way around. Let's go. Inhale to the sky, exhale all the way around. I'm just gonna make sure you can hear me. Generally, you can always hear me. Inhale up, and just the difference with that, or just keeping that body really stable today. And we're gonna go for 3 more. Now you're trying to have your feet hip distance apart, but if it's more comfortable for you, you can come into that wider stance. For 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to go into a roll down. If the roll down itself doesn't really work for you, come into a forward fold, or you can stay with a head nod. So just softening chin towards your chest, feeling a stretch through the back of the neck, relaxing your head and shoulders down. Imagine your head's a bowling ball, just drawing you down vertebra by vertebra, stopping where you need to stop. And then slowly pressing the ground away, drawing the belly in and up, coming all the way back up to standing, hands back over the head, just 1 more. So again, staying with the head nods or that hinged position if that feels better for you, or softening chin down and just relaxing the body as much as you can. And slowly coming back up again. Hands to meet up and overhead, really nice. And we're just going to do a little sway side to side. This is more to create some breeze. For 3, 2, 1. Well done indeed. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of balance today, but we're going to start with some squats. And I don't know if you love squats, but we're going to really think about technique. You're going to have your feet facing forward, about hip distance apart, but again, if it feels better for you to have them slightly wider, that's fine. If you want to take a look at me first, what I often see with squats is this action, which makes total sense because it requires a lot of ankle mobility to actually send those hips down and create this position. So rather than coming too far forward, just come down a little bit less, or you can pop little blocks underneath your heels, or even little cushions underneath your heels, which might enable you to sink those hips a little bit lower. So just be really mindful. We're trying to imagine if you were holding a weight, you would be counterbalancing that weight within the body, so it wouldn't be in front of the body. That's it. So, and if it helps, you're going to bring your arms forward, squeeze the glutes to come back up. As the knees come forward, the hips come back. That's it. Your eyes are on the horizon or at the wall opposite you. And really thinking about you're sitting in a chair and then you're pressing the ground away to come back up. So from the front, I'm gonna do 3 more. And just making sure your knees don't fall in. So they're tracking your toes as best you can. Really good. Last 2. Inhale down, exhale, pressing the ground away. Last 1. Now if you can, you're gonna stay here. We're gonna lift one heel, then the other. Lift one heel, then the other. And you're trying not to do that. You're gonna go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're gonna come back up, bring your hands to meet up and overhead. Find your roll down once more. Rolling down vertebra per vertebra, hanging out the bottom. Ooh, glasses fell off. And then very slowly rolling back up. Really nice. Nice, bringing those hands to meet up and overhead. Well done. And once more, we're going to just create a little breeze in the living room. That's it. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Roll through those shoulders. We're going to now do a little bit of balance. I want you to grab that block and I want you to place it. If you're feeling it all wobbly today, go near a wall so that you can, even if you're not holding on, you can touch the wall, so that if you feel a bit wobbly, you've got that as a safety mechanism. So you're going to step on the block. I want you to really, or book, spread your toes and just find, so holding on if you can, just finding a little bit of balance there. Your weight, rather than kind of being central over both legs, is over that standing leg. So just really focusing on that weight being over the standing leg. If you can, all we're going to do is lift the other leg and lower back down. Lift, as you can see, I'm not moving through the body, thinking about lifting the ribs up off the hips, standing tall, pressing the block away. You can, of course, hold on. You can bring the leg more to the side if that feels better for you. You've got more space. Otherwise, you're going to go for 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold if you can for 5, 4. Gaze at a point in front of you. Stabilize that gaze. 3, 2. Well done. And we're going to do the other side. So as I said, bring it near a wall. If you need to just have somewhere that you can hold on, I'm going to make sure I can touch the wall. Spreading the toes, pressing into the big toe or the toe next to it, rather than letting that ankle fall out to the side. Keeping that weight over that standing foot, finding your balance. Let's go. You're going to lift and lower. And remember, what's your posture? A little posture check. Shoulders back, head over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, hips over the feet. Let's go. Finding the breath that works for you. Keeping everything gathering in towards midline. Pressing through that standing foot. Well done. You got 4 more. 4. You can point your toe if you want. 3. You can hold on if you want. 2. 1. You're going to hold active glute at the back for 5. 4. You can bring your arms up. 3, 2, 1. Well done. So kicking the block away just for now, we're going to find another squat, which is a plie squat. So I want you, instead of having your feet forward and hip distance apart, you're going to walk your feet a little bit wider. Turn your toes out as much as is comfortable for you. If you have really tight hips, this can feel hard. Tuck and sit down. So what you're trying to do, rather than sending the hips back, is tucking your tailbone and then sitting down so that you keep that length. You're trying to draw the knees back. So you should feel that, or you might feel that in the inner thighs. So if you want to, optional arms out. Exhale to come up, thinking about squeezing the heels together. Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale down. Exhale, squeeze. So you really want to feel that squeeze as if you're drawing the mat together. Keeping upright, drawing the knees back, squeezing up. Inhale and exhale, that's it. Inhale and exhale. I like this one. Pressing those knees back, well done. 3 more. Inhale and exhale. Make it as shallow as you need it to be. You're going to stay down. We're going to lift one heel, then the other. Now try not to do this. Lift one heel. It's very hard not to. You're still pressing those knees back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lift, arms up and lower for 5 and 4. Remember, beaming your chest forward. 3, tucking your tailbone, sitting straight down. 2, so you're sitting straight down, try not to send the hips back. That's it. Last 2, last 1. Hold for me for 5, 4, press those knees back. 3, 2, and well done. Not easy, not easy. Okay, we're going to go back to our balance. I know you were excited about the balance. So this time, you can use a block. I find a block quite nice for this. If you just want to keep your feet on the floor, I understand. Find your balance, and this time, rather than lift, we're going to do a side leg lift. Again, you're keeping that weight stable. You're not tilting side to side. You're keeping the weight over that standing leg. Holding on is always an option. And thinking about drawing the belly in and up. So really thinking belly button to spine as best you can. Front body meets back body. So find that you're really bracing that core, activating that core. Are you ready? Standing tall. Let's go. And it doesn't matter how far that leg goes out. You're thinking about just not the rubber band idea. You're thinking about slowly drawing it back in. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift. Find the breath pattern that works for you. Standing tall. Pressing through that standing foot. Lift and lower. Stabilizing that gaze. Lift and lower. For 5. And 4, you're doing brilliantly. And 3, and 2, and 1. If you can hold it up, brilliant. We're going to draw little circles, 5 in each direction. Remember, you can be here. Reduce that range of motion if you're feeling crampy, and reverse. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. And just for 5 seconds, you're going to lift that leg back up again, draw it out to the side, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, well done. Other side. So if you don't have that block, you can either step on a book. I mean, a cushion's going to be a lot wobblier, so I would say something that's more hard back, or just the floor. That's it. Are we ready? So finding that position, holding on if you need to. Lift and lower. You're keeping that upper body nice and stable. Lift and lower. You're doing really well. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. We're nearly there. 5 and 4. Well done. And 3 and 2. And if you can, hold it up, little circles. Now this is where the work is. And trying not to go too far forward of the body for 5, 4, hold on if you need to, 3, 2, reverse for 5, 4, trying to press the ground away, 3, 2, 1, bring that leg back and hold, active glutes for 5, 4, 3, 2, well done indeed. Okay. How are we doing? Are we all right? Let's give it another sway. Another little bit of air in the room. Oh, it's nice, isn't it? Really good. Just shaking it off. Amazing job. And then you're going to come to stand at the bottom of our mat. We're going to do some sumo stance plank walkout. So rather than rolling down, we're going to send our hips back, soften our knees. Again, option to come down onto your knees and then come back up in any way that works for your body. Otherwise, keeping length through that spine, you can walk out to a plank, half plank, whatever feels best for you. And then you can lift back up to a downward dog, and you can hinge back up or roll back up. We're going to do 5. So I keep these in most of the workouts because they're just really good full body exercises. But I want you to take your time today and see if you can send the hips back, soften the knees, find the floor if you can, and then walk out to your nice strong plank, half plank, hands and knees position, and then lifting back up. A reminder that you can use an elevated surface for this. you can stand a little bit away from that elevated surface kitchen counter, step one leg back, step the other back into that lovely elevated plank position, step in and come back up. So just finding what works for your body. Taking your time. So if you can, sending your hips back, sinking your knees, crawling out to that nice strong plank position, pressing the ground away, not letting the body sink, lifting it up. You can drop your knees if you need to, and then coming back, bending the knees, keeping length through the spine. Arms to meet up and overhead if that feels good. 2 more. That's it, coming down, walking out, and you can have those legs in a wider stance if that feels better for you. Keeping length through the neck, and then coming back in. Really nice. Very nice, Sarah, that's it. Last one. And you're gonna come down holding either an elevated plank, plank on the floor, half plank, whatever works for you. And trying not to let everything drop, keeping that strong plank shape, pressing the ground away for 10, 9, 8, drawing the belly in and up, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, well done. And you're gonna come to a puppy pose position, if that feels good for you, where you're just gonna rest your head. And you can rest your head on a cushion or on a block, keep the hips lifted. Extend those arms. Just notice how your body's feeling. Really well done. And then we're going to come to sit on our bottoms. And I want you, if you're kind of new to Pilates, I want you to bring a cushion. We're going to do half roll back rather than full roll ups today. I want us to really focus on this movement. It can be really nice to have the feedback of something to press into as we're coming down. Now we're going to have our legs extended today. I want you to flex the feet and sit up really tall. If you struggle with this, you're not alone. I want to sit here, sitting up really tall, and we're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, you're going to tuck your tailbone and slowly roll back, and you're softening your chin down to look at your belly or your thighs, and then you're going to roll back up and sit tall. So you're tucking your tailbone, sliding your sit bones forward, rolling back, pressing into that cushion if you've got a cushion, and rolling back up. Exhale to roll down, inhale to hold, exhale to roll back up. That's it. Really just thinking about that slight tuck and rolling down, pressing into the cushion if you've got a cushion there, and then rolling back up. If it doesn't work to do the roll and that C-curve shape, you can come back in a hinged position. As long as you're not feeling tension on the back, you're keeping that core connection, front body meets back body, you're absolutely welcome to come down in more of a hinged position. We're going to keep going, rolling back, holding, and rolling back up. Now this time, option to roll back, hold, lift the arms and lower for 6. And remember, you can be in a hinge and you reduce that range of motion as you need to. And 5, and 4, well done, and 3, and 2, and 1, and coming up. And if you can, bring in your knees wide, sitting tall. You can hold on to the shins if that works for you, or behind the thighs. 1 more, no more. Again, lengthening those legs, just noticing how this different stance feels. You can keep softness through the knees if that works better for you. We're going to again roll back, find that position where you're feeling the core switched on and active. Reminder, you can come back with that straight spine. We're going to inhale to open, exhale to close. We're going to do 6 on each side. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, close. If your back starts to ache, please stop. If you're in that C shape, you're scooping the belly in and up. If you're in that long spine shape, you're really focusing on front body meets back body, drawing belly button towards the spine as best you can, creating a little bit of activation through those core muscles. 3, 2, 1, and well done. And again, slight back bend. holding onto the shins or behind the thighs, really wide stance with the legs. Amazing job. And then you're going to send the cushion away, support yourself to come onto your back. Oh, we made it. I'm so warm right now, you have no idea. So we're going to just find a nice comfortable position. I want you to just do a little windshield wiper and get yourself comfortable on the floor. If you need a little, if you tend to have an overextension through the neck, which is really common, you might want to place a tiny block underneath your head or a little cushion so you're softening our chin towards your chest a wee bit. And then bring your feet wide, windshield wiper those legs side to side. Just going to do a little bit for that lower belly. And then we're going to move on with our day. So we're going to do a dead bug. I know that's your favourite. Your gaze is going to be up at the ceiling. Now, if you want to watch me first, you're welcome to have a quick look at the camera so that you're not tweaking your neck while you're doing the exercise. You're going to float your arms up towards the ceiling. If it feels better for you, you're going to keep both feet on the floor. You're going to inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, slide one leg away. No, inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, slide one leg in. Inhale the arms overhead as you slide one leg away. Exhale, draw the foot back in. And it's an idea of dragging that foot back in. So inhale, slide one leg away, both arms, keeping that rib to hip connection. Exhale, you're really dragging that foot back in, feeling a little bit of activation through the core. If you're able to, you can bring your legs up to tabletop, trying to have that knees over the hip point. And inhale, one leg away, and the more you kind of hover it off the floor, the harder it's going to be. You can bring it a little bit more upwards if that feels better for your back. Exhale, draw back to center. So that is your dead bug position. We're going to add on after this one, but let's go for it on each side. Let's go. So you're either sliding one leg away and dragging it back in, or your legs are in tabletop and you're extending one leg away and drawing back in, keeping the center of the body as stable as you can. Inhale and exhale. Gaze is up at the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. So you're trying to keep that pelvis heavy on the mat. So you're trying not to rock back and forward. The main thing to think about, rather than the breath, is the stability through the center of the body. Well done. Inhale and exhale. I've lost count. Inhale and exhale.